Hi there, signs of Virgo. This is Kim here to do a reading. This reading is going to be a next 48-hour warning. These readings have been intense. They have just been really deep readings. So kind of trying to be a little bit more intuitive with the messages. So what comes out, comes out. Fairly new deck. It is a classic deck, the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. So let's see, what do we have? Messages, please, for Virgos. Virgo, pull me out of this sad blue streak or sad streak here, whatever this is, because these readings gotta get more upbeat. All right, spirit guides, angels, join us, please, and give us messages for the sign of Virgo. All right, Virgo, I have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. That's usually an interesting one to get. Just when you think you figured something out, just when you thought that somebody was sneaky or doing something behind your back, just when you thought they snuck off with somebody or whatever, that didn't happen. And that's what that card denotes to me, is that whatever you thought, look, okay, it was probably just made up. It was probably just something that was said. And I don't have to be the one to say that hurtful things can be said. All right. So, what do we have? Virgo. Whoo, Virgo. Oh, wow. Wow. Ooh, okay. Wow. So things will start to calm down or start to get along. People start to get along better. Look, I think that there was some kind of news that came in the past represented by the Eight of Wands in reverse. This news might have been upsetting until you got this message that the Seven of Swords is actually in the reverse. So maybe there wasn't any deception. Maybe it was just what it looked like. Maybe that was the issue, is that it didn't seem to matter what it looked like. And that might have been an issue, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So there's some news that was received. Maybe not the best news. Have you figured all of that stuff out? Well, I think you're in your mind. I think you're in your mind a lot, thinking of, okay, I better, this has upset me, or this situation has shocked me. Therefore, I must not make the same decisions. You know, I must trust myself instead of not trusting myself. Basically, yeah, I've got to trust my intuition instead of revisiting a time that you don't want to revisit. At the heart of the matter, the Five of Swords is in the reverse, and it's just feeling like, it's that feeling of like, I just don't have any fight left. Like, I'm done. I'm done with the fighting. The fighting part's done. That's still pressing through these emotions. That's still saying, even if something were found out, you didn't want to fight, there's no drama, everybody's getting along fairly well. This was a past issue. What's on your mind now more than anything are the options and the other options that you have, or that look good to you at this moment, because let me tell you, there's a lot looking good to you at this moment because of these energies. If I were in those energies, these options would look better to me. These visualization tools where you just kind of try to visualize first where you want to be. Because right now, you're in that Five of Pentacles energy. Whew. It's a heavy energy, and I've been there for many times. It's not a good energy. It doesn't feel good. It feels out of place. It feels kind of like you need help, but where to turn to. So kind of being alone, or feeling a little bit alone. Jeez. And then the High Priestess is here, future energy, and it's in reverse. So it's also saying, if you didn't feel any doubt, there's this other shadow of a doubt trying to creep in. And hey, don't pay attention to that. Why don't you just visualize? I know that's kind of a hard thing to even think of doing with these energies around. These energies will try to pull you down, so don't let these energies get you down. The Ace of Pentacles is your opportunity should you want to manifest it. And I'll say that because it's in the hopes and fears. It's the spot where you're thinking about this opportunity, but yet I don't know if you know how to really define it that well with the Seven of Cups coming up. Because the Page of Pentacles in reverse, we could have you doing a few things that end up leading either to the same person or the same cycle, the same wheel. Not a lesson learned. Just another lesson. So the outcome is the Star and the Three of Cups. This means that you're definitely going to be getting together with friends and people you've known from the past. It's definitely going to be a reunion. I don't know if it's because you don't want the spotlight, but the Star is in reverse, so I don't know if that's what that's even talking about. If it's talking about if you're carrying this, some kind of sadness to you, to a celebration, carrying your sadness to a celebration, taking your, your disappointment, you're waiting on news that never came. The Strength card and the Page of Wands in the reverse have to have confidence. And I understand the confidence level might be kind of not so great because of the Seven of Cups. Also, when you get the King of Cups in the reverse, just in general, that card has to do with keeping yourself really nice and balanced. Your emotions, your moods, not letting anything like really overtake or overwhelm you. This energy can try to do that to you. It's like it's a yucky energy and it's hard to move through. And maybe that's why that's the challenge, is to move through this energy. It's hard energy to move through because it's really not supporting anything good at this time for you. So you're going to have to fight to get to this place of confidence. And it almost seems like reunion too. I don't know how those are tied in, but we'll see. What's the Five of Pentacles about? It's about your Eight of Pentacles. It's either about what you do for work or your work, or how good you're getting at what you're doing. Does it work? Is it working for you? Because I think that there's something that... Tell me about the King of Cups. Why is that in reverse? The Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this has something to do with possibly a person from the past with the Queen of Pentacles, maybe Capricorn or Scorpio energy. But it has to do with domestic affairs, and it could be about like who lives with who does what. If we do a home business, where is it operating from, and who's managing this or that, right? So that could be a lot of work. It can also be a lot of stress. And it can make it hard to kind of balance everything, especially if you're doing everything yourself. I'm not actually getting anything that indicates you're completely doing everything by yourself. I'm just getting a feeling of that frustrated and looking at your other options very seriously. Tell me about the crowning energy. The Eight of Cups in reverse. Even though I think that somebody would probably beg for you to stay or wouldn't want you to leave. It's part of it. It's part of your options, not to be like discounted, I think. Tell me about the Three of Wands, because this is usually about expansion and growth. Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's about, it's about looking at the picture from afar, looking at something from afar and being able to stand back and say, well, this is like this, or this is not reciprocal here. It's kind of like you looking at something from afar and saying that you know what needs to be done or tweaked or changed. But the intuitive you doesn't want to do something because you don't want to have to revisit some of the same decisions you've made in the past, or repeat some of the mistakes you've done in your past. And whether that means another person's energy and your energy just being that, you know. Tell me about the High Priestess in reverse. Queen of Swords. The challenge. It's a strange energy because it's kind of like, it's an energy that would be very decisive, but it's being combined with that intuitive High Priestess energy. Those aren't necessarily, well, if it's in the reverse, then maybe it's an issue with deciding what is your truth, or what should stand for what you stand for. What do you stand for? Or defining that. Why is it a challenge? Maybe it's a challenge just to get that across, or to have that message or truth heard. Maybe that's part of it, part of like a challenge of listening to yourself too. So why that? Because of the doubt and confusion that the Seven of Cups can bring. The Seven of Cups can bring doubt and confusion. Especially if like you're choosing things that aren't so great for you to like ingest and stuff, making you see things differently. That could be a repeated mistake. So I don't know, it could be something like that getting in the way with your intuition. And there's just this like commonality of this is right, this is not at all. And you know what I mean? So Five of Cups in the reverse is how can you appreciate those two cups that you have? Well, I think you bring your cup to the table and you celebrate with others with the Three of Cups. I think that ends up being your outcome. That is celebration. It's fun. It's abundance. And something's telling you not to leave a situation quite yet. Just be careful not to overdo it. The only type of disappointing news could be wrapped in something that was just due to something being overly like done over or too much. Watch the influence, I guess, around who you're with. I think it's telling you to take stock of your relationships, making sure that they're reciprocal for you. The Knight of Pentacles in a reverse is, it could stand for a person that kind of just like lets you down. I'm going to even say has consistently just done that. So this is envisioning what it would look like to have something reciprocal, and what would your celebration look like, because that's what you're manifesting. That's what you're bringing about. So what would your opportunity look like? What would it look like for you to have like the most confidence that you've ever had? Has a lot to do with that. And what would it look like to have all the emotions and things like that calm? And to truly, you know, letting love kind of, they say, run the show, right? And a wish granted. Sun in reverse has to do, I think that has to do with like highlighting you trusting in yourself, those things that are hidden within you, and knowing your truth. And is this like what you wanted? Is this your wish granted? And if it's not, then death, change, transformation, yeah, will bring about some really good things. Major transformation, maybe an ending if you decide to have an ending somewhere. Could be about forgiveness too and second chances. I guess what's going to be revealed is really only known to you. So use that energy of the moon there and try to stay as balanced as can be during whatever time this is. Let's get some advice from your angels too. Using the Urban Tarot. Your 10 of Cups. Ultimately, focus on what's going to make you happy. It's ultimately for your 10 of Cups. There has to be some big shakeups in order for you possibly to meet your true soul energy, soulmate energy. 6 of Cups. Yeah. So it's for the completion of happiness here for all, really. So let's pull an angel number message for you too. And then I'll pull also an angel, ask the angels card. So they're just saying to focus, focus, focus on the investments that make you truly happy here in life. So 888, as you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life. And creating a place for abundance. I am abundant, 888. And I ask the angels. Oops. And it's up to you. It's up to you. Meditation brings answers. I hope that was okay. Yeah, join me for your next reading and we'll touch some more on this stuff. And I'm going to have the December reading coming up soon. So sending you love and light. Bye-bye.